Are you sure you really want to know how much that little Game Boy Micro really costs to make? Because I'm warning you, you're not going to be happy. Plus, Brendan finds out firsthand that letting average Joes into the cockpits of F-15 simulators is a recipe for tomfoolery, huh? And Versus the World is here to test the structural integrity of our studio. Now, a program that once threw Tony Rocky Horror out of a window, it's Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Welcome to the show, Sarah. And hey
out there.
welcome to the show, all of
you guys.
And everybody in the studio, welcome to the show.
Welcome, everybody.
Come on.
Woo, it's Friday.
All five of them excited?
Yeah. Everyone's like,
yeah, sweet, dude. Come on, 5
be nice
o'clock.
yesterday was Friday.
It's like it's
whatever.
Project 5 o'clock around here. That's the code name we have every day, by the
Kevin,
way.
Operation 5 p.m.
Operation 5 p.m.
What did you say? Project 5 o'clock.
Project
That is
5
so
o'clock.
cute. Yes, Operation 5 p.m. It's happening again.
Yeah,
We're in our
we'll wait
final
for it.
hour.
Counting down, folks. Actually,
Counting
no.
down.
Good show today. Really good
Very
show.
good show. Well, Fridays are always fun. We got a band.
Got a band, margaritas.
Everybody's pumped.
Brendan's on the couch.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Brendan's not on the
All right,
couch, but the couch is going to be a big part of the show.
Huge part.
The couch is really excited finally to kind of get first billing.
Yep.
There's nobody sitting on it.
No, we are gonna rock the couch out later in the show.
Hope you're ready, couch. Doing great, man.
Get ready, sucker. We're coming for you. Ow.
He's so cute. He's so shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I
bring
think
him
it's a
out.
boy.
Let's talk. Akihabara.
Let's talk.
No, let's talk. Seriously, let's get serious now.
Let's talk internet.
Let's
Kevin.
bring it, because this is what the show's all about.
That's right.
It's all about the coolness that is the internet.
It's
Sarah.
about internet fringe, if you will.
I went to Japan. Did you go to Japan? No. And when I was in Japan, I went to a place called Akihabara. Do you know what Akihabara?
I thought it was
did you see it?
Akihabara.
No, it's not. I said that once. It looked like a giant idiot in
Really?
front of a lot of people, just like you did in front of a
I'm
television
glad. Well,
audience.
now I know.
No.
And, I want to go.
Akihabara.
Akihabara.
Yes.
That's the big electronics area.
There you go. See, you know all about it.
I know all about it. It's almost like I went there even though I wasn't invited.
Right. Well, now you can too. Look, seriously.
Ow!
Retro Code, they took a look around Akihabara in Japan. These guys made a beautiful video. It lasts forever. And they really they got off the subway and started walking around the streets of Akihabara, going into all the toy stores, going into all the video stores, walking around on the street. They even passed Smoker's Paradise.
Now, having been there, I mean, would you say this is a pretty accurate representation of what you would see and what you would do if you were actually walking around?
You know, I did like 12 sake bombs before I got on the bus
Way to go,
to get to Akihabara. So when I got off, I was shaking like the camera was in the video. So for me, it feels like I'm there again. But for you, might be a little nauseating.
Might be a little nauseating. Now, since there's such a sort of electronics hub and center, would they have any problem? I mean, I wonder if they got chased out of any of these places.
No, probably
'cause you would
not.
think.
See, we were running into the stores with giant squids and schoolgirls beating said squids with sharks, so we had a little bit of an issue.
And you were ripped.
That too. That too.
So it was, who knows who was mad, really?
I was drunk American.
Everybody was pretty pissed.
Yeah, singing USA, USA instead of Super Potato didn't work. But for these guys, it's a cool video, and if you've never been or you've never really seen Akihabara, you might as well download it. It's 500 megs, but it's on archive.org, so it'll go by pretty quick.
Go to Japan. If you can't physically, go on the internet. That's what it's for.
Get the Windows Media file.
Now, Kevin, I know that you're a big Katamari fan. Love the rolling of
Love
the
it.
things.
The rolling of the ball, yes.
The rolling of the ball and
Katamari.
the attachment of the items along
Correct.
the way.
That is the basic premise, Sarah. You nailed it.
Well, there's actually a group of students, college students, who built a machine to help. Now, look, correct me if this is something I'm trying to figure out how they actually did this. They built a machine to help beat a certain level where you have to collect like 1,000,000 roses, which would take, a whole weekend and not showering or peeing or anything like that. It's like, well,
I think you could, but...
You could, but it would just take that much longer.
Exactly. You're right. That is a good point. Yes.
So
It's in We Love Katamari, the new one, the new game.
We Love Katamari, the new one. And so it's a machine to collect all these roses and beat the level.
Right. And IGN did a great write-up of these guys. They explained the whole story of what was going on when they built this machine. They used like police line tape, a chair, and some sort of ionic breeze device. Hold on, let me pull up the old video for you here. Because when you see it, there's literally a piece of fishing line or something attached to one of the dual shocks.
I mean, what I want,
And
you got to give it to him.
That's ingenuity, Sarah.
Well, and it's very sort of like guerrilla style. You know, just put on some police tape here. This will work.
Yeah.
It's our machine, man.
The problem is that the payoff for actually getting 1,000,000 roses.
Oh boy.
Not so hot.
Yeah.
Not so hot. In
Are we
fact,
gonna show 'em?
it's literally a screen of the king, you know, surrounded by roses, saying, "Hey, you did it." There really wasn't much of a point to it, but you did it.
Yeah.
Kind of taunting.
That was why I stopped trying to like beat levels, because it's always such a letdown.
Yeah.
From the very first days of video games, I always feel like, you know, I feel like someone should walk into my house and give me $100 or something.
You're right.
You know?
You're right.
For all of my time and
Bronze
effort.
a statue of you completing the game in that
Yeah,
moment.
Sarah, you are our new president.
All right,
or
Sarah,
something.
I'm getting you a trophy next time you complete a game.
Thank you.
You'll never do it though.
I will.
You will?
If you're gonna give me a trophy,
All right, I'm giving
gonna
you a
start
game
gaming it
and a
tonight.
trophy. Done.
Yes.
Finally, well, not finally, rather. This is because we have another one that's it's a surprise item at the top of the show.
This isn't our final cool
No,
thing that's happening on the show.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more.
But when it comes to cool, there's nothing cooler than social bookmarking. Am I right?
You
Come
are
on.
right. Social
No?
bookmarking is the new black dress.
Man, blank stares. Yeah, that's hot. Thanks,
Social
guys.
bookmarking.
Delicious social bookmarking website.
Social bookmarking
Very
website.
good for finding the latest of the latest. Well, now you don't have to constantly refresh the page, Sarah.
Good, because that annoys me.
No more F5 poundage. Live Marks has yeah, right? Live Marks has a little application that when you click on it on the left-hand side, it'll show you the most popular delicious bookmarks for the moment. But on the right-hand side, you can see them coming in. They'll sort of fade in as well. Look at that.
I've seen
little fade.
I've seen this cute little addition on certain websites where it's sort of this live updating type of a feature.
Yes.
Which is it really works well for Delicious though, because Delicious, what I always thought it had lacking was
that sense of immediacy.
a sense of immediacy and movement, and
Yeah.
you know, there's only so long you can look at the damn page.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wait.
I gotta go somewhere else.
Let's scroll some more text.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
Well,
so this is kind of fun,
here
and it
you
kind of
can
gives you a
watch-
feeling that people are doing stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you can see somebody discovering a website that's 15 years old in real time.
I love
it's very cool.
That's
nice
really
little feature.
cool, because there are a lot of people using Delicious, and I think it's easy to forget. You sort of seem like you're the only person in the whole world
Right.
on this.
That actually cares to tag
and
things.
everything's blue and pink, and yeah,
I don't really use it, do you?
not really.
Yeah, me neither. All right, finally,
But I did once.
get ready for the surprise. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Deep breath, drum roll. Wow, that's good.
Thanks.
King Kong demo has been released, ladies and gentlemen. The PC version is out. Wow, that was climactic for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's running on our ultimate gaming machine, running very nicely, by the way.
That looks really good.
It's of course it does. It's almost fun to play. But no, you get to control two different portions of the demo. One is the first-person shooter portion. The other is, of course, the King Kong portion. Hold on, I'm getting my hands handed to me. Let me drop this. No, stop
Put
it.
and down.
Well, I can't. I need to put her down, but I need to get this guy out of my way first. So
You know, it's always hard to fight a what is that? A raptor with a woman in your hand.
it really is. You know, I'd rather just let me beat the woman. Forget the dinosaur. Let me just put her in her place because she's putting herself in the middle of danger all the time, Sarah.
This does look really good.
It looks really good. The demo is very short and sweet for being the large file size that it is, but it's a good taste of what's to come. And I'm told that the build and the image quality itself, if you have a machine that can run it at the highest res, is pretty much. Whoa! Look at that! Whoa! Get him a Listerine strip. Get out of there! Get out of there!
I think they actually might kind of like each other.
I think they do.
You
Well,
know?
that's enough. That's
It's sort of
enough.
like somebody doesn't want to let go.
Yeah.
I actually really like you.
The demo's free, 2 levels, and it will give you an impression of what the Xbox 360 version is going to look like. So that's a good little
Right
little
on,
taste.
man. That
Done.
was a very special, extra little nugget of goodness.
I knew you were coming, so I thought I'd
Hey.
come up with
I
something.
know. All right, I know I've been a mystery to you all this time. I certainly am to you, Kevin, and
know.
to you out there. It's hard to know, Sarah. So now's your chance to ask me anything. I am pretty sure I'm going to regret this.
Oh,
What?
do you think of the Xbox 360?
I think it's pretty darn cool.
You better not get that call.
The number is 800-839-7880. Yeah, don't ask me about the 360. You know we're excited about it. What else can we say? What else can we say? And you can email us through our web form also at attackoftheshow.com/askus. And you can chat with us in our IRC chat room also as well.
Jeez.
In addition
we give
to-
them too many options.
Chat.g4tv.com. Pick one and go for it.
When we come back, iSupply's Eric Pratt will crack open the latest gadgets to see what they're really made of.
Ooh.
Caramel.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Let me tell you about Eric Pratt, all right? He's a guy who likes to break things. But unlike your mentally unstable brother, he does it for a reason. To find out just how much these tech gadgets really costs to put together. And I'm telling you, it's shocking. Eric, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks, Kevin.
You work for a company called iSuppli, right? Big corporation.
Yes.
Now I've seen websites that tear things apart. They're like, oh, we got a Mac Mini in, or we got the Xbox. Let's rip it apart, take some photos, and then they beg people to click on their Google ads. iSuppli, not one of those operations, right?
No, we're a little different in that this is actually a small portion of our overall business. We are a global market research company that looks at the end markets for a lot of these components, along with the supply chain all the way up through the raw materials.
All right. But one of the things you do is called the teardown. I didn't know there was a name for it. I just, grab a sledgehammer, hack it open. It's called a teardown, right?
Yes.
What's involved in a teardown? Like one you guys did was the Mac Mini recently, right? This was a pretty big deal for you guys. So we have one here. And this is a torn down Mac Mini. What does that process involve?
Well, initially, we get the hardware through any means we can, a lot of times, so we get it before it comes out in the marketplace.
Strong arm somebody, take it off the back of the truck, whatever you guys
steal
do.
it.
Of course.
We initially take photos of the system, and then at each subassembly, we take photos and do a part count and then analysis on everything in the system. This particular system has over 1,600 individual components in it.
And so you literally go down and you count each and every little chip and transistor and capacitor and resistor and...
That's correct. Everything in the system. We count, catalog, and develop a bill of materials of the system.
Wow, that's incredible. So now the Mac Mini, going for retail right now about $499, in your estimation, and it's not even estimation, right? You guys pretty much know what this thing costs.
Yeah, we've been doing it enough where we have a real good handle on exactly what this costs. It's $283.
$283. Now that's just for the hardware and manufacturing, right?
That's correct. Doesn't include software or any engineering development costs.
All right. Well, we know those guys dime a dozen. They really need to get paid that much. Another Apple product. This one just came out. Now I'm looking at this thing. I don't even know how to get it. There's no screws on the case. There's nothing going on here. There's not even like void warranty sticker on it that I can tear off and then get to. The iPod Nano. I mean, how do you guys get into these things?
Well,
how careful are you?
Especially with Apple. Apple's notorious for making it difficult to break inside their systems. So we've had a lot of experience doing that over the years and have gotten pretty good at it. But this is a really interesting unit. This Apple Nano's got just over 400 components. So 400 individual components in that small package.
Right. Now I know
impressive.
The memory tends to be the most expensive here. So we're looking at the flash memory for this baby. Is that what it turned out to be for the Nano?
Yeah, NAND flash supplied by Samsung here, which they have the majority of the share, is about $54 for the 2 gig and about double that for the 4 gig.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, so that's the brunt of the cost. Now, a part that's inside that most people, are always very curious about. What is this little bad boy here? This circular disc.
That's the flex circuit that controls the rotational disc, manufactured by Cypress, and it uses just a field to control that. That little piece right there is about 1.8 cents.
So does anybody at Apple actually get their hands on these products at all? I mean, where do these products all come from? All the little pieces, they're all overseas, right?
Yeah, Apple never touches this. This is all outsourced. They do the design, and then it's manufactured in China and shipped directly from there to through the distribution center or to the end user.
So how much were we talking for that Nano there? What are we talking price-wise?
Yeah, the Nano sells for $199, this particular 2 gig, and total cost is $103.
Okay, so they're definitely making some money.
They're doing
a lot of people say, oh, they're giving away the shaver to sell the blades. I mean, it's iTunes, baby. No, it's not, right? They're making their money off this.
iTunes is just incremental revenue, but they're certainly making money on the hardware.
Well, that's good to hear for Apple's sake. Now, we sent you a Game Boy Micro a while back. This is brand new. I don't know if anybody's even done a teardown of this. At least it won't be nearly as thorough here. So you actually spent some time with this bad boy, right?
Yeah, just the last couple of days we took this apart, and not near as complex as the Nano, but it's still pretty interesting. The whole thing's driven by this sharp 32-bit processor here, and then the single biggest cost item is the display here, which is just over $15.
So relatively inexpensive then for this whole little getup here.
Total package $44.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. So basically the cost of a game, and they're selling it for the price of a console almost now.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing okay with this.
So now, who's interested in this info? Like, I know, like I want to know how much this really costs Nintendo, but I'm sure I'm not paying anybody's salary at iSuppli. I mean, who is really the most, who are the key players in this kind of information market?
Well, we do a lot of benchmarking for the manufacturers of these systems. For example, Apple is very interested in the raw material cost because it represents so much of the overall cost.
Oh, sure.
So they're constantly benchmarking their own units. Also competitive analysis, other companies wanting to know what Apple did, and suppliers that manufacture the components that go into these systems want to understand understand.
Everybody's
what the position
on the
is.
lookout. They want to make sure they're getting the best deal, and it's not their competitor, right?
Yeah, everybody wants to know what's under the hood.
Of course,
Sure.
of course. Well, thank you for popping the hood on our show, Eric. We appreciate
thanks,
it.
Kevin. Appreciate
and
it.
we
Thanks
didn't
for
even
having
violate FCC rules.
Now,
Congratulations.
well,
To learn
Not
more
yet.
about iSuppli and their teardowns, just head on over. They got a website. It's iSuppli.com. But wait, put down those pliers and back away from the iPod because Jimmy the Geek is stopping by with more astute, if not grating, sports betting advice. Stick around. Degenerate gamblers awaken! It's Friday, which means the ink on the paycheck is still wet, and it's time for a visit from our resident handicapper direct from Las Vegas. You know him, you love him. It's Jimmy the Geek. Jimmy, good to see you, buddy. You're looking very well, my friend.
Thanks, Gabby. Good to see you. Good to see you, too.
All right, now, there's a lot going on this weekend. Jimmy, let's start in the league where they actually play for pay. What's happening?
Talking my language, Gabby. Couple big matchups in the NFL. The one we have identified as our blue chip special is New England getting 3 points from Atlanta. My research shows this is a soft line, Gabby, baby. We love the fact that the Pats got blown out last week. They are a proud team, and now they're a little embarrassed. That's a dangerous combination. Take the Patriots.
All right, Patriots and the points. Got it. Moving on, though. Let's go to the college ranks. What do you have for us?
All right, Cappy, baby, let's keep it in your backyard and put some green on the men of Troy. Number 1, USC, giving 37 points to Arizona. I know. That's a huge line, baby. But the Trojans are coming off 2 very sloppy wins. Look for them to say enough's enough and really put the screws to the Wildcats. College football 06 has them winning by 60 points. I'm only asking for 38. It's a lock, baby.
All right, USC giving 37. Gotcha. Done. Let's move away from the gridiron and why don't we take it into the square ring? There's a big fight this weekend, is there not, Jim?
That's right. Diego Corrales versus Jose Castillo, part 2, baby. The first fight, they beat the hell out of each other in one of the greatest fights ever. That's right, baby, ever. Corrales won with a dramatic knockout and is a slight favorite to win. But check out the line on the draw, 20-1. Sounds good to us. Always risky betting a draw in boxing. But our research shows no value in the other propositions. So it's our dark horse bet of the week.
All right, Jimmy, as always, very, very good stuff, my friend.
Thanks, Gabby. Next week we'll bet some baseball, see if we can't win enough money to get you some decent clothes.
Yeah, pot kettle black, Jim, but thank you anyways. Have a good one. So.
Thanks, Gabby.
Jimmy, you betting this weekend? Putting any money down?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I'm all about betting.
Of course.
You know, sometimes I win, but usually I don't.
Yeah.
It's the way betting works.
Well, today, Sarah, the real winners are our callers.
Oh, that's right. In fact, our first big winner is Alberto, who joined us from Avenal, California. Did I say that right, Alberto?
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on,
Alberto,
man?
you sound like you've just won the best prize ever, buddy. A little chat with Sarah, huh?
Of course.
Of course.
It's Ask Me Anything Day, Alberto. What would you like to ask me?
Well, I wanted to know what was your favorite thing to do to pass time on weekends?
Oh, well,
I can
do you
answer
want
that,
the truth? Go ahead,
No,
Kevin.
actually, I
you
can't.
seem to know me
I can't.
so well.
No, please, Sarah, go.
Pass the time on the weekend. Well, I like to go running. I like to have a glass of wine or 5. I like to go to movies. You know, on the weekend. I really like going to the farmers market that's in my local neighborhood. I know that's really nerdy, but I'm sorry. I like flowers. I'm a chick, man. So you know, just kind of regular stuff like that. Once in a while, I'll you know, I'm still learning LA.
Of course.
What's going on here? You know, I'll hit a
new.
museum. A lot of stuff to do in this town. So I'm a regular girl. Oh, and I like to go shoe shopping. Oh my God, that's like number 1. So Billy joins us on the phone from Jonestown, Pennsylvania. Billy, are you there?
Billy, hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, there he is.
Hey, Billy, what's going on, man?
Nothing much.
He was just making a checklist of everything he needs to say that he likes to do. He's like, shoe shopping, sure, yeah, great. The Grove,
Me too.
wine.
Pink shoes. Billy, what's your question?
Well, I was wondering if you have Sarah, do you have an iPod Nano? And what if, what you got on it?
I don't have an iPod Nano. I have
Sarah, that's a two-parter, by the way.
Yeah, it's a two-parter. Do
Snuck
you?
one in there.
And if so, what?
Right, but you don't.
I don't have an iPod Nano. I have a regular, full-size, 20-gig, third-generation iPod that I love. I've had it. I got it as a gift, and I'm one of those people who I really can only handle one iPod at a time. I don't want 2 iPods. I only want 1. Since my iPod is working out so well, besides the fact that it is super scratched up, that's my only gripe. Otherwise, I love it. I sleep with it at night. I have a problem. That's the truth.
All right. Oh, no, we're there. We've established. The outside world can wait, ladies and gentlemen. I need a breather after that one. We've got the feet all dolled up and ready to dance for you.
We're just sleeping. We're not doing anything.
Stop it. And I've got something perfectly free you can use to soak up all that excess spare time you have. Where do you put the headphones? Welcome back to the old show. Happy Friday. Brendan climbs into a flight simulator at some point in the next few minutes, and I know you've been dying to see that. Plus, our Boost Mobile Live music band is versus the world. They're kicking off round 1 right here. Watch their health bar carefully. Now, you know what? Seriously, no. Put the wallet away. You've insulted me because it's Free Play Friday. Today's Free Play is not a game per se. No, it's a new gaming service developed by Turner Broadcasting. Now, you saw it demoed here a few days back. Looked good, looked great. Well, now the service is launched, and so I wanted to take you through the paces really a little bit more in depth. It's a little service called GameTap. Now, GameTap is a monthly subscription service. It's got a wide range of games, and that's really what it's all about, is paying a flat monthly fee and having access to Windows games, arcade games, for the Master System, Genesis, 32X, the Atari 2600, Game Gear and Television, Dreamcast. The list goes, actually that's pretty much the list, but that's just the system list for that matter. The games, there are at least hundreds of games on there right now. More are being added all the time. Now what really matters here is the interface, the service itself, because really, you can have all the games in the world and it wouldn't matter if the service itself was complete crap. But thankfully, and I've spent a lot of time with it thus far, GameTap is far from that. I've got it loaded here, real time, over the internet, no real rehearsal for most of the show. Take a peek. GameTap, here it is running, as you can see, very purty. The thing looks good. It's all based on circles and a cylindrical interface, so you can easily see they can add games at any time and it won't gunk up the interface. But I can go through, the GameTap picks. I can have my favorites, which there's nothing in there right now. Go to GameTap's picks. I can sort by game system, and each console is located on a different ring. Very easy to navigate, very quick. What's great is that each game has its own card associated with it. So let's say I pop up a 32X game like Cosmic Carnage. I click it. It'll pop up, give me all the details on the game, the ESRB rating if it's there. There are full parental lockout controls, which is also a very nice feature. Each game card will give you instructions, tips. You can even load multiple games in the background as well. So if I say start game, I can say, all right, you know what? I want you to go to the background while you're downloading, and it'll dock it here as a little gem in the bottom of the screen. I can queue up to 3 different games. It'll give me progress on each one, and as you can see, less than the few seconds it was taking me to describe it, the 32X game is done, completely emulated, and very well. There's even videos. If you go to the Mediaplex, you can watch, a trailer for a game like Echo the Dolphin. I can get tips and strategies, and if I like it, a single click of the button, it's very IPTV-ish. It'll take me right to the game to play it. Very sweet, very fluid, very cool. It works. The problem, there's a limited library. The Dreamcast emulator, it glitched on 2 different machines, unfortunately, so no Dreamcast games for me at least. And no Nintendo or Sony titles, which I understand why they're not there. It's just kind of a bummer they're not. So give them time. The service is going to get great. Grab a free 2-week trial. You've got nothing to lose. Go to GameTap.com. You can get the link in our show notes if you can't manage to type that in yourself. It's a sweet service, and I wish them the best of luck. $15 a month, not bad. Now, I'm done. The feed, to be honest, it's not quite ready, but it's a pro, so it's gonna go on anyways. Just watch.
Consummate pro, I like to call myself. Rather than sit back and make vague legal threats to P2P bootleggers, HBO is getting its hands dirty in an effort to keep their hit show Rome off of the BitTorrent market. That's right, in addition to offering bogus downloads that never complete, P2P blog RadarO'Reilly.com is claiming that HBO is actively poisoning Rome downloads as well. This means they're sending out garbage data that will cripple and eventually stall your attempts to download the show. Since bogus information is pretty easily detectable, BitTorrent users aren't too panicked just yet, and some predict HBO's scheme will be pretty short-lived, which means HBO will have to go back to explaining the terms seed and tracker to dumbfounded lawyers. That's a fun convo. China has just announced it will be throwing its own format into the HD DVD versus Blu-ray battle, further confusing things and ensuring that none of us ever see any new advancements until at least retirement age. Thank you, China. The official Xinhua news agency is reporting that this new standard, which has yet to be officially named, but will be based on, but incompatible with, HD DVD. They claim it will provide high-definition images, better sound, tougher anti-piracy measures. The move has given China hope that they will have a stronger voice in the industry and will finally crack the monopoly foreign companies have over DVD. Of course, the last time China tried this was in 1999 with the introduction of EVD, or Enhanced Versatile Disc. That flopped harder than Serenity. So there's no need to get all excited just yet. Now, with each new utterance from their wrinkled, perpetually frowning mouth, the RIAA takes another giant leap from respectable organization to Gargamel from the Smurfs. Most recently, the RIAA has been shaking their canes in the direction of satellite radio. They're pissed at some of the new portable players that allow people to record and store songs from satellite radio, claiming this constitutes copyright infringement and will take revenue away from paid download services. So to sum this up, the RIAA doesn't want you to have songs for free, nor does it want you to have songs that you actually paid money to listen to. Soon they'll try to own humming, whistling, and tapping rhythmically on your thighs. The people of Finland, who prove that you can have an entire surname devoid of consonants, and that's saying something, have had their media copying abilities severely hampered, according to the Register. The Finnish government passed a bill yesterday that makes it illegal to copy media, even for personal use, if you have to subvert copy protection to do so. The bill, which some have allegedly criticized for being confusing and badly worded, also makes illegal to possess, distribute, or advertise tools that break copy protection, and even prohibits, quote, organized discussion of copyright infringement. Jeez. So those traditional Finnish CD ripping and fondue parties are sadly a thing of the past. Of course, if I know the Finns, and I think I do, they'll just move underground, and fondue tastes so much better when it's naughty. That's the feed. We'll give Kevin some attention now.
I need it, Sarah. I need it.
Let's have a fondue party, you and me.
Underground.
Yeah.
Naughty.
What do you say?
Look, I've gone nearly an entire show without wincing or gagging, and oh, I know. We need some happy tree friends, huh? Yeah, sage advice. When we muster up the fortitude to return, Brendan in an F-15 flight simulator, as promised. And we take a fun look back at this week that was and call it out for being unforgivably crappy.
The Feed is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life.
Look, they don't let every guy who thinks he's Tom Cruise behind the wheel of an F-15 flight simulator. They just don't. Unless you're Brendan Moran, because you're right, Iceman, he is dangerous.
I'm here at the Flightline Flight Simulator Center in Irvine, California, where I'm going to learn how to fly and crash repeatedly.
We have 4 cockpits that are 2-seat cockpits. They can have pilot and co-pilot. We've got a whole air traffic controller arrangement where each of the aircraft are networked together so that they can all fly together as well as being guided by the air traffic controller. We've got upwards of dozens of switches and buttons in there are all operable.
First step, briefing.
This is the talk button. You need to know this button because if you have a problem, you have a question, if you're lonely.
What if I peed my pants? Do I want to hit that button?
Yeah, you could.
This is Brendan. I peed myself.
The best way to pull off a turn is called banking.
Right, center, back, left.
Right, center, pull, center. Any other questions about turning?
Yeah, how do you turn again? It's just like what I think it is, where the target needs to come into a little circle, and then I blow the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I have one question. Where do I get a jumpsuit like the one you're wearing? No, no, no. Too black. Too green. Used to fly this one during the war. So the wheels need to be down
On the ground.
when you want to land.
Yes.
Check. What's this button do?
The one marked eject,
Yeah.
don't push that. Have a fun time, sir.
Oh God, that closes?
102, can you hear the tower?
This is 102 B Dog, loud and clear.
Pull as hard as you can back towards you. 2. Oh, a little too much, 2, a little too much. Rotate right until I tell you to stop. Fast, fast, fast. Rotate right, 2, rotate right. Now pull, pull, pull. As hard as you can, almost there. Oh, don't worry, that plane didn't need that paint job anyway. Those look like good shots, too. Oh, 102. Welcome to the Japanese Navy. Kamikaze. You're in range. Fire.
Come on! Damn it!
2, that's a confirmed double kill.
Double kill, baby! We are blowing up the nuclear facility, correct?
Only if you want to go home glowing green and not able to please anybody ever again for the rest of your life.
Alright, so we're not blowing up the nuclear facility. This is B Dog 102. Quick question. Is landing difficult?
It's actually considered the most difficult part about flying.
That's what I thought.
Welcome home. Great job today, gentlemen. Prepare for ground crew to relieve you of your planes.
Well, I died 8 times, but I did land. And landing is the most important part of flying. The landing.
For more information on the flight sim or to rent it out for parties, maybe your next birthday, check it out in our show notes. Now, we'd like to take a moment for something special. We'd like to call This Week in Crap.
Hey everyone, let's talk about the XO5 conference. Why not? We've been yakking about it all week, and yeah, sure, we've seen some cool things, but come on. This is Microsoft here. Take a deep breath, ignore the razzle-dazzle, and take an honest look at the situation.
As it currently stands today, a Blu-ray DVD player, if you had the laser that you could do and the drives that were available, that's about $1,000 to the consumer.
And I didn't say this, but I hear the PS3's hard drive is going to cause cancer. Like, I'm just saying, it's something I heard. Peter's got a point, though. Let's think about it. Blu-ray tech right now, it may actually cost $1,000. He's right. Which is probably why it's a good thing Sony's waiting until next year to launch their next-gen console, so they can actually include some real next-gen technology. It's a silly idea, I know, but it just may work. Don't worry, though, folks. More didn't stop there.
You're talking a little bit about Sony, talking some smack about Sony, about how they're just showing videos.
Video's video, and I think that certainly other companies in a different state for us have a little bit more license to show video, but it should never be compared to real gameplay.
Oh, Jeff Keighley! That's right, actually. He's got a point. He owned Jeff. I mean, video's video, and kudos to Microsoft, right? They showed actual gameplay. No smoke and mirrors, no! Take the most visually impressive game to come out of XO5. Take a peek. It's called Crackdown. Here it is. Yeah, look at that. Sexy kinda, huh? It's gorgeous. It's too bad, though, that when we pressed Microsoft to confirm that Crackdown is actual real-time gameplay, they went ahead and hid behind the old, oh, the game is going to look that way when it's released smokescreen. Yeah, sure, Crackdown definitely raises the pre-rendered bar, but the PS3's Killzone takes said bar and then chucks it like a spear through the heart of the 360. Now, to be fair, there was actual gameplay shown at XO5, yes, I know. In fact, in one particular case, I couldn't have been more underwhelmed if they had actually projected it onto the cracked flooring of a Jersey mall. Perfect Dark Zero. Yeah, say it again, Perfect Dark Zero. It's bad enough Joanna Dark seems to have taken fashion cues from SSX Tricky, but if these graphics scream next-gen to you, then you should probably crawl back to the Natural History Museum that defrosted you. Changing gears, though, let's switch it up. I want to ask you something. Is it possible to offend the legacies of both the creators of Superman and the Godfather films? Yes, it's possible, if your name happens to be Nicolas Cage. The sometime action hero and hair plug enthusiast named his newborn son Kal-El Coppola Cage, which is a combination of Superman's birth name, Cage's actual last name, and his stage name. You may recall that Cage was dropped from the Superman movie and that he took his stage name from the Marvel Comics hero Luke Cage, also known as Power Man. Oh, and just a fun fact, the mother's a 20-year-old sushi waitress that he met while on the rebound from Elvis's daughter. You know, Michael Jackson's ex-wife. Whew. Must be hard being that out of your mind every day. How does he do it? He's a man. Cage also has the comic book movie Ghost Rider coming out, so I guess it could have been worse. Johnny Blaze Coppola Cage? No? Of course, I was pushing for H.I. McDonough Coppola Cage, but I guess he didn't get my email. That's it. I'm done. I wiped my hands of this week. Now, while I cool down, you prepare yourself for The Rock, which is coming, whether you want it or not. Versus the World performs next. Stay tuned.
Show all the fun of fantasy football with all the ulcers of the stock market. We'll introduce you to Pro Trade. Plus, Kevin's first 50 finally gives him an excuse for putting on his nurse's uniform. And finally, we'll join director Ridley Scott in liberating the Kingdom of Heaven DVD from the hands of the unbelievers. Tell your friends. That's the next attack of the show. And now, please welcome Versus the World.
Has eaten of my body. My cells are at the mercy of this place. But the antidote somewhere in this room. Oh, the antidote is gone. Don't let go, don't let go. 'Cause the strike can't be disposed. Don't let go, 'cause you're fighting for us both. It's too soon to quit, but it's too late to try it. Keep me breathing. It's too soon to quit, but it's too late to try. Just keep me breathing. I promise I won't let go. Don't let go. Just as strong can't be this bubble. Don't let go, God. You're fighting for us both. When it's too soon to quit, but it's too late to try. Keep me breathing. I promise I won't let go. Promise I won't let go. It's too soon to quit, but it's too late to try. Keep me breathing. It's too soon to quit, but it's too late to try. Just keep me breathing.
Versus the world, everybody. For more information on these guys, check out our show notes and be sure to pick up their self-titled debut album, Versus the World. We'll do that chat question thing as only we can right after you learn just how many products you need to own but don't.
All right, real quick, before we get to the chat room, people are complaining, a little whining about the Free Play
What
Friday.
people?
Look, I forgot to mention it. Sue me. The Free Play does require a credit card to sign up for the 2-week free trial. But seriously, try it. Cancel it if you don't want it. It is still technically free.
They're not gonna charge a credit card.
Swipe a credit card from somebody off the street.
They just want
type
your
it in,
personal
you're
information.
fine.
What's the problem?
That's it. All right, let's get to the chat room. I'm sorry.
Chat, Bomber Mandy wants to know, if the host formed a rock band, what would they be called? Operation 5 p.m.
Clearly. I'm not even going to argue it. That's great.
I just think that's so funny.
In fact,
But
we're almost about to
seriously.
commence
Yeah.
Operation 5 p.m.
I know, I'm pretty stoked about that.
That's
what
a
would
good
you
name.
call it, Rob?
No, it's a good name. I'm
Operation 5
sticking
p.m.?
with it. Yeah, let's do one more
there's
question.
already an Operation Ivy, though, and they'd probably say that we were copying that.
Whatever. Our music's going to be cooler.
All right, next question. Zero Cool. Yeah, I know. Op Ivy, whatever. Punk's so dead. Other than Doom and Halo, what video game would you guys like to see become a movie? I'm just kidding about punk rockers. They could probably kick my ass.
You're not kidding. I really want a live-action Katamari Damacy. I know it sounds crazy.
It does sound a little crazy, Kevin,
But it
because
would
for a
be-
movie?
It would be sweet. Movies don't need a
to
plot.
passively watch the rolling? I don't
Movies
know.
don't need a plot. Just let me see stuff get rolled
Well,
up.
movies clearly don't need a plot, but the passively rolling,
It'd be great.
yeah.
All right, fine, whatever. Good night.
Night.
That's
Thanks
it.
to our guest,
That's
Eric
it.
Pratt. Now, let's hear it one more time for Versus
Yes.
the World. Start at Friday at Friday!
Let's go! Operation 5 p.m.
The dream is over and the last shots were fired. You legitimately seems uninspired. The casualties were counted with the only ones dead. Oh, brother, I'm drowning in our own blood we blood. But I've heard that the ghosts in these bottles will see our soul.